Cormac McCarthy's The Road is a novel set in a bleak, post-apocalyptic world, where a father and son journey through desolate landscapes struggling to survive. The Road has garnered praise for its emotional depth, minimalist prose, and its exploration of essential human themes like survival, love, and morality. At its heart, the novel is a meditation on whether hope can endure when civilization has collapsed. Through its fragmented narrative structure and stark language, McCarthy explores the complexities of human relationships, especially the bond between the father and son, and how it becomes a symbol of love and moral decency in a world that has lost both. In the novel's minimalist narrative structure, the father-son relationship, the recurring motif of carrying the fire, and the struggle to retain morality in a collapsed world. McCarthy's prose and structure serve not just to describe this broken world, but to immerse readers in the emotional turmoil of his characters. The structure of The Road is fragmented and episodic, much like the world it portrays. The narrative unfolds in brief segments, often only a few paragraphs long, reflecting the fractured and unpredictable life the father and son must endure. There are no conventional chapters or clear divisions, creating a continuous sense of urgency. The characters move from one dangerous encounter to the next, their survival hanging by a thread. McCarthy's sparse, minimalist prose mirrors the barrenness of the world. Sentences are short, devoid of embellishments, and stripped of traditional punctuation, especially quotation marks. This style creates a seamless blend of dialogue, thought, and description, making it difficult at times to distinguish between what is spoken and what is internal. This reflects the collapse of societal and linguistic norms in a world where nothing remains of the old order. The disintegration of language mirrors the disintegration of civilization itself, with only the most essential forms of communication remaining intact. The episodic narrative, therefore, becomes a reflection of the characters' shattered reality. Each day is a fight for survival, with no time to dwell on the past or future. The structure underscores the father and son's perpetual vigilance, highlighting the uncertainty that defines their existence. The father-son bond lies at the emotional core of The Road. In a world where everything has been destroyed, their love becomes a lifeline. The father's primary concern is his son's survival, not only physically but morally. He often reminds the boy that they are carrying the fire, a phrase symbolizing the preservation of human goodness and decency. In a world overrun by cannibals and marauders, the fire represents the values that the father wants his son to retain: kindness, empathy, and a sense of right and wrong. The father's struggle to protect his son from the harsh realities of this world is a source of constant tension. As the father's health declines, the sense of urgency increases. He must prepare his son to survive on his own, knowing that he may not be there to guide him for much longer. This dynamic raises the stakes of their journey, as their love for each other must contend with the brutal demands of survival. Despite the father's moral teachings, his actions sometimes contradict the values he hopes to impart. In a key moment, the father punishes a man who steals from them by forcing him to strip naked and leave him to die. Though the father knows this act is cruel, he justifies it as necessary for survival. This internal conflict between survival and morality drives much of the novel's tension. The father's love for his son is both his greatest strength and vulnerability, as it motivates him to protect the boy at all costs, even if it means compromising his values. The son, however, represents a purer form of morality. Despite the horrors he has witnessed, he retains a sense of empathy, often urging his father to help others. This contrast between father and son highlights the generational divide. While the father remembers the world before the apocalypse, the son has only known this desolate landscape. Yet the boy's moral instincts suggest that goodness can endure, even when the world itself has lost its way. A central question in The Road is whether morality can survive in a world that has abandoned all moral structures. The post-apocalyptic setting is lawless, and many survivors have resorted to cannibalism, violence, and betrayal. In such a world, the father and son's journey is not just a physical one, but a moral one as well. They must navigate a landscape where the rules of civilization no longer apply, and where survival often comes at the cost of decency. The father's moral compass is constantly tested. Though he teaches his son to be good, his actions reveal the difficulties of maintaining such values in their world. His decision to abandon the thief reflects the novel's central conflict between survival and humanity. The father's actions are driven by the need to protect his son, but they also reveal the moral compromises that survival often demands. In contrast, the boy's unwavering sense of empathy suggests that morality can persist, even in the most dire circumstances. He frequently pleads with his father to help others, even when doing so endangers their own survival. This tension between the father's pragmatic approach and the boy's innate goodness raises a profound question. Is survival worth it if it means sacrificing one's humanity? McCarthy does not offer a clear answer. Instead, the novel explores the complexity of morality in a world where the old rules no longer apply. The father's struggle to protect his son while teaching him to be good reveals the difficulty of balancing survival with the preservation of moral values. The boy's innate goodness, on the other hand, suggests that morality may not be entirely lost, even in a world as broken as theirs. The road itself serves as one of the novel's most important symbols, representing both the physical journey the father and son must undertake and the emotional journey they experience as they struggle to survive. It is the only constant in their lives, a line stretching into the unknown, offering both hope and danger. The road symbolizes the passage of time, the forward momentum of life that cannot be stopped. Just as the father and son must continue moving forward, so too must humans continue living, even in the face of uncertainty and despair. However, the road is also a place of danger, filled with the constant threat of violence and death. It offers no guarantees of safety, only the possibility of continued survival. This duality of the road, both a path toward hope and a reminder of the inevitability of suffering, mirrors the novel's larger themes. The father and son's journey is one of survival, but it is also a search for meaning in a world that no longer offers any. The road becomes a metaphor for life itself, a journey filled with danger, uncertainty, and the faint hope that something better lies ahead. In The Road, McCarthy offers a profound meditation on the human condition, exploring themes of survival, love, and morality in a world where civilization has collapsed. Through its minimalist narrative structure and stark prose, the novel immerses readers in a world where hope and despair exist in constant tension. The father and son's relationship serves as the emotional core of the novel, symbolizing the enduring power of love in the face of unimaginable hardship. The journey along the road is both a literal struggle for survival and a metaphorical exploration of the moral dilemmas that arise when the rules of society no longer apply. Despite the overwhelming bleakness of their world, the father and son continue to carry the fire, holding on to the belief that some goodness can still exist in a world consumed by darkness. Ultimately, The Road leaves readers with an ambiguous sense of hope. The novel's open-ended conclusion suggests that the future is uncertain, but that the possibility of goodness and humanity still exists, even in the most desolate circumstances. McCarthy's exploration of the fragility of hope in the face of despair resonates deeply, offering a powerful reflection on the resilience of the human spirit.